Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Monday, 11th March 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. A prominent son and celebrated diplomat and former head of the Public Service in Trinidad and Tobago has died. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. 1 month shy of his 89th birthday, Reginald Dumas passed away at the Scarborough General Hospital, where he was being treated for gastrointestinal failure. His daughter shared the news on Friday evening as she disclosed some of their final moments together. CNC3's Soyini Gray spent the day gathering tributes to a man some called a nation builder.
The news came late Thursday evening that the diplomat, former head of the Public Service turned political commentator, Reginald Dumas, had died. His daughter Sonia was with him. She disclosed that they spent the previous evening listening to jazz. She read him the papers, and they spoke about carnival and starving kangaroos at the zoo. She thanked those who donated blood and the specialist at Scarborough General for his care. And then she asked for privacy for the family to grieve. His public service began in the 1950s with his first posting to Trinidad and Tobago's embassy in Washington, eventually ascending to the position of ambassador, permanent representative to the OAS, former head of the public service and dutiful political commentator. Senior counsel Martin Daly described him as one of those extremely rare persons whose personality was not warped either by the powerful functions he performed in public life or his laser-like intellect.
There's some words that come to mind when you think of Reginald Dumas: integrity, patriotism, loyalty to country, and not afraid to stand up to what he perceived as wrongs in society or persons not working in the interest of Trinidad and Tobago.
The tributes to Mr. Dumas crossed the political floor.
Mr. Dumas has been an encyclopedia of knowledge on public administration and the workings of the public service. He has been quite an authority on that.
The Foreign Affairs Minister says his contribution to Trinidad and Tobago must be cherished. But the most heartfelt tribute came from his dear friend, criminologist Dr. Ramesh Deosaran, who lamented that they weren't able to meet for lunch as planned.
Goodbye, my friend, Reggie. May you rest in peace.
Soyini Gray, CNT3 News.
In the meantime, we provide various updates on the situation in Haiti, starting with a report from ZNS News out of the Bahamas, and then on to CBS Miami.
The Bahamas and its international partners are readying as the situation in Haiti escalates and the violence intensifies. But while troops are preparing to join the mission to Haiti, there is another operation in full swing to ensure the Bahamas doesn't find itself inundated by Haitians trying to escape the turmoil. Corporal Pyfrom reports.
Haiti's now rapid descent into full-mode crisis presents huge transnational security concerns for bordering nations and, by extension, the neighboring Caribbean community, including the Bahamas.
These major incidences are indeed a threat to both the national security of Haiti and the bordering countries.
The Royal Bahamas Defense Force, working with regional partners and the U.S., has ramped up efforts to ensure the ongoing crisis, worsened by last weekend's prison break of more than 3,500 criminals from a Port-au-Prince prison who are now roaming free, doesn't lead to trouble heading our way. RBDF Commander Commodore Raymond King says a southern blockade is in full effect.
The dedicated resources to our blockade comprise 6 surface assets, 1 aircraft, with a total force strength of some 120 persons at this time.
Providing an update during the weekly Office of the Prime Minister's weekly presser Thursday, Commodore King noted that despite the turmoil in Haiti, Haitian interdictions in the first 2 months of this year compared to the same period last year are down by 650%.
The absolute numbers is 140 versus 1,055. And even amongst those 140 Haitian nationals, more than 75% of those persons were either Haitian nationals who were intercepted trying to enter the United States of America, either from the Providence, Grand Bahama, and Bimini.
As for the pending Kenyan-led International Security Force mission, which the Bahamas has committed to supporting, Commodore King says training with the Canadian forces took place last month, and a 4-week CARICOM training in Jamaica will get underway later this month. Commodore King again stressing that the role of Bahamian troops in this mission to Haiti will be to support security efforts, not combat. In fact, he says the work they'll do will be just like what they're already doing right here at home.
A large contingent of our members will be members on board our vessels, deployed for 3 to 4 month periods, and whereby we'll conduct those northern coastal patrols of the Haitian coast. And if we're able to have Haitian shipriders embedded along their littoral, as opposed to being involved in the security operations in Haiti itself.
And while no specific timeline has been given for when troops will be deployed to Haiti or for how long they will be there, the Bahamas remains committed to sending 150 officers to support this mission. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pfeiffer.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The crisis in Haiti continues to grow. The state of emergency there now being extended. And tonight we are hearing that gangs attacked a police substation and a facility at the main seaport in Port-au-Prince.
All of this as the U.S. State Department is updating members of Congress on the situation. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois joins us with the latest.
What I keep hearing repeatedly, this is the worst it's ever been. They say they can't imagine the situation growing more dire, but are aware that it will. Tonight, Haitians and Haitian Americans are reluctant to do Zoom interviews and appear on camera because they fear for their safety. Meanwhile, there are growing concerns of migrants fleeing Haiti and heading here. The state of emergency is now extended for a month. Haiti's prime minister is still being prevented from entering the country by gangs, and an extended curfew is now in place in Haiti's capital city. Members of Congress were briefed this morning by the UN and the State Department. Congresswoman Sheila Sharples-McCormick tells us the death toll in Haiti rivals
as many Haitian people as possible. Today on our briefing, one of the things that they mentioned were from January to now, there's been as many Haitian people who died as who have died in Gaza. But we're not hearing that.
I think for a lot of people seeing what is happening on the ground, I mean, if they could give their last to be able to help a relative at this particular moment come in, a lot of people would, because the situation has gotten so dire.
Vanessa Joseph is a South Florida immigration attorney. She warns the crisis could result in an influx of Haitians making their way to the United States. Between TPS, temporary protective status, and Biden's humanitarian parole program, she says upwards of 200,000 Haitians are already here, many of them in South Florida temporarily. With the conditions worsening in Haiti, sending them back is questionable.
At this time, we cannot agree that a mass deportation would make sense.
What we were told by the State Department was that the flight that was supposed to go to Haiti has not. So there hasn't been any flights going, but there should be a letter coming out where we would be asking for any deportations to Haiti to stop until Haiti becomes secure.
Congresswoman Sharples-McCormick says she is calling for a halt to all Haitian deportations.
The United States has something to concern itself with. We have to figure out, if we're not going to address the root causes of migration, then we've got to figure out what the plan is for folks who are already here.
The Haitian Americans who are still in Haiti say as the sun sets, they fear more unrest. So tonight, they say they are armed and prepared to defend themselves if they have to. In the studios, Tanya Francois, CBS News, Miami.
Chaos in Haiti's capital. That's where containers at the Caribbean Port Services terminal were looted. The port is crucial for importing food into Haiti. The government now extending a curfew to curb the violence there.
Meantime, Haiti's prime minister remains in power, even though the U.S. State Department has urged him to create a transition team and step down. He remains off the island, but many South Florida residents are still in Haiti.
CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois spoke to one of them about why he's still there, and she picks up the story here in the studio. Tanya?
Lauren, right now, getting out of Haiti is nearly impossible. The airports are closed. Roads leading to the Dominican Republic are blocked by gangs. Earlier this week, I reported on my sister trying to get out. At the time, my father did not want to be on camera. He, too, is in Haiti by choice. Like many Haitian Americans, he longs for the glory days of Haiti and says he wants to be on the island when those days return.
I would have to think about leaving Haiti right now. I'm not saying no. I said I would have to think about it very hard.
My dad fought in Vietnam as a United States Airman. Retired, he splits his time between South Florida and his home on Haiti's mountainside. Without the usual traffic, he's about 20 minutes from Port-au-Prince, Haiti's capital. In his 80 years of living, he admits he's never seen it this bad.
I went to the supermarket to get some bread. The supermarket is about 3 miles from my house, not that far. But unfortunately, there was no bread to be found. The shelves of the supermarket were completely empty. Everything was gone.
He says he's not in Haiti for its present. He's there because of its past and its future. I've traveled to Haiti many times for visits. There's a side to the island and to the people not seen enough.
The driving is nice. You meet people on the road. You chat, you joke, and then it seems like I have a sense that life, I will live longer.
The hope for many Haitian Americans is that this too shall pass, and the beautiful island they grew up in will be a place they can return to. My father, like many, is waiting, eternally optimistic that Haiti will get better, so he can go back to enjoying the island's beauty, even if it drives his children crazy in the meantime.
Don't worry too much. I don't want to put you guys to so much headache. So I know I'm putting myself in harm's way by being here. And as soon as I have a chance to come back, I will come back.
Now, my father reassures me daily that he is safe, and those of us with loved ones still in Haiti, all we can do is believe them.
I'm sure this is anguishing for you. We've heard all these stories, Tanya, about kidnappings there. How concerned are you that your dad might be a target?
Extremely. He stays home. He pretty much doesn't leave the house at all. And he just constantly reassures me that I'm fine. And I have to believe him.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your story, his story. It's the story of so many in our Haitian American community here in Miami as well. So thank you for that, Tanya.
We wish him the best.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.